Kings and Queens, Your Majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for always returning. Trust you and yours are well, and you're keeping fine, and you're trying not to pollute the energy around you. Today, I want us to have a little bit of discussion, some discussion. Let's say maybe some serious discussion rather. The year is coming to an end, and there's a lot of tension here and there because of one thing or the other. Maybe there are some goals we set for ourselves this year and we are unable to accomplish it. And there is this thing in us telling us to try to accomplish it before the year comes to an end. And we just have some few days left before we enter another new year according to the calendar that the world is using at this present time. And like I said, there's always tension here and there when a year is coming to an end because of situations that we might be in as people in different region, geographical region around the world. So today I want us to have a discussion about not moving in with the burdens of previous year into a new year. Sometimes, of course, we try our best to begin a new year with a clean slate, but we forget that there are certain things that if we do not pay attention to, we will be carrying in the negativity of the previous year with us into the new year. And it is for a fact this doesn't it doesn't matter whether you every year you have a new year resolution, you go to a church, you go to a mosque, you go to make some resolution, make some fasting, what have you. There are things that you need to be conscious of when it comes to transitioning from an old to a new. Okay, transitioning is a point in our lives as a people that we have to be conscious of certain things. Okay, now when we are moving into a new year, okay, a lot of us think that when we just go to a church, like I said, to a building and do some prayers, it has covered all the things that we might have done, mistakes that we might have made. It has covered. No, there is what they call restitution. Okay, like paying back. Even if you have been forgiven, you feel like, okay, I've been forgiven, you need to pay back. There are certain damages you might have done, you might have caused at the process of whatever thing that you might have done. I hope you understand me. Restitution. And that's what is taking me to the first thing. Okay, if we want to have a brighter, a clean slate in the year that we are almost entering within some days, we need to pay back whatever we are owing. Your Majesties, owing someone can be a hindrance to a brighter future. Owing someone can be a hindrance to a good, a better new year that we all are hoping for. I hope you're getting my point. Now, there is one thing with owing. It covers, like it blocks your success. When you owe and you are aware that you are owing, but you think you're smart and you're looking for a way, maybe to meander or to, try your best, you're trying your best to see that whatever it is that you owe, you do not pay. You are using some cunning way. Your Majesties, that is going to backfire. It's going to backfire because as you are owing and not paying, that's how you are blocking the access to your goodness, your success, and all the good things that should come to you. Remember when we're talking about there are spirits that are sometimes in charge of not sometimes there are spirits that are in charge of geography, places, lands, and if you're in their land and you do not take permission, they have the power to hinder your success from reaching you. You might be praying, praying, praying. Remember that illustration from one book in the Old Testament. You can be praying and then your beliftment and success, your goodness is hindered. Something is holding it in the air, so it's not reaching you. What is that thing holding it in the air? The spirits of the land can hold those from you because you've not settled them. Now, when you owe someone, that can serve as a hindrance as well. It will also hold this goodness, these blessings, this upliftment, this beliftment that should come to you. This can hold it from getting to you. It obstructs the flow of your goodness. when you old. So if you want to have a clean slate 2025, and maybe you've done everything possible this year and you feel like okay, you are hoping for a better year, you should look within yourself. Am I owing anyone? In summary, Your Majesties, pay back whatever it is you think you owe someone before you get into a new year. Number two, do not move into this new year with a heavy heart. Yes, yes, I know. The way the situation is right now in the world, a lot of us carry lots of things. We are responsible for a lot of things, especially the way you're a parent. I can understand. There is this tendency to be so preoccupied with a lot of things that you might not even begin to think about yourself and your spiritual life. But that is the point where you need to be very careful, because when you are crowded with a lot of things, and most of the times these things that we are crowded with are material: how to survive, how to feed, how to cater for our children, how to cater for those around us, how do we do this, how do we do that. These are things that of course we need to think about, but should we think about this more than we think about our spiritual growth? No, because when you are moving into a new phase, it is spiritual as well, Your Majesties, no matter how you look at it, because there's a lot of energy that is working towards, being in charge of that new phase. The world we live in today, a lot of things is going on. There's a lot of there are people who are out there who are ready to use people's consciousness to elongate themselves, to enlighten themselves. They take advantage of people's ignorance. Okay, they try their best to create situation where you will be preoccupied with this situation and not think about the things that really matter. This is how cunning the world has become. So while we are living in this kind of world, we should still try our best to have quiet times. Because the more quiet times you have to think about your spiritual life, your spiritual growth, the spiritual life of those who are under your custody, okay, the more you pull yourself out of this consciousness that has been created to lower our vibration, lower our powers, Your Majesties. Now, if you were in the live session we had some days ago, you discovered that we talked about how we are living in this is an illusion. Okay, and if you really want to see yourself out of this illusion, you need more time for meditation. You need more time to lighten this heavy burden that the world have imposed on us because of situation. Now, do you know that there are people who are trying their best to make life unbearable for other people, so that you don't have the time to think about your spiritual life and how you can grow spiritually, but you spend all your time thinking about how you can get daily bread for yourself and your family. For those who understand. Now, the third thing here is that you shouldn't move into a new year with a friend who is not worth your time. This is very important. There was a video we had here, and I talked about. I asked if you had friends, because I do not have friends. That doesn't mean I don't have people around me who I communicate with and share ideas and other things. But friendship is a very delicate thing, and you have to be careful when you have one. If you are not careful, the one you have as a friend can either break you or make you. And that's why there is this popular saying that show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are. Because the company you keep tells a lot about your personality and of course who you are. So when you are moving into a new year and you still have a friend who is not worth you, a friend who is not worth your time, then I don't know what else you want at this stage, at this age, Your Majesties, because there are a lot of people out there who are just so ready to take advantage of you, advantage of your goodness, There is nothing good from them that you are getting, not just even a positivity at all. Everything about them is just so negative. They come to you, they suck you dry. Whenever they come to you, they come to suck you dry, suck your spiritual energy, suck your physical energy, get you angry. Why are you still keeping such company? That is a question I have for you. Because the more you keep companies like that, the more you are disorganized, the more your path to ascension is obstructed spiritually, and you see that your life is so you not understand what you do anymore. And sometimes the enemy can use most of this kind of persons to really deal with you and take out that which you have, which is important to you. And that is why there is always this saying that you should be careful with the kind of friends you have around you. Now, this is the last one, and I know I'm beginning to laugh, right? But do not move into this new year 2025 with this idea that all your ancestors are devils. Yes, your majesties. Yeah, yeah, I know, I know. See, the world is more spiritual. You look at the world every day, hear things that happens every day. Where I don't know how to put this out. I'm looking for a word to use for it. But the way they want us to look at the world and feel so relaxed that nothing is happening. That is not how the world is. A lot of things are going down spiritually that hey, we need to be connected to understand. I've been telling you that we have ancestors of agreeables and we have ancestors of disagreeable. Agreeable and disagreeable means good and evil, good and bad. There is no lineage that do not have a disagreeable ancestor. All those white people you see that come to tell you that their parents are good and that they have saints, all their, they are all saints. They tell you they are all saints. That's a lie. Okay, because Jesus is white and them they are white, they are good. That is a lie. There is no lineage that do not have a disagreeable. Because in this life we have good and evil fighting every day. So do not be carried away thinking that your lineages are evil people that are filled with, they are all filled with evil people. No. Try to connect with your ancestors of agreeable being, and I tell you, your life will never remain the same. I'm saying this 2025, this has to change because we are gradually moving into that spot in this age where you need the help of the wise men and women from your lineage, your majesties. I'll say this again. You need the help of wise men and women from your lineage. You need that ancient wisdom, okay, for you to be able, to succeed in this battle between these cunning people. You need that ancient wisdom. And to tell you the truth, if your Bible told you that we were created in the image and likeness of God, the Almighty, the creator of all life, then your ancestors are also created in the image of the Almighty. Okay? We came to be because of our ancestors. The first beings that were created, our first parents, they are ancestors. They are directly created from the Almighty. Is that not so? That is how we're meant to believe. Is that not so? So if these people were created directly by the Almighty, they are our first ancestors, and that's how the line came. It came. It's a long line, and then all of a sudden you decided to sever ties because a man of God have told you your line is evil, and you do not suspect that something is wrong with that, your majesties. You do not suspect. It is time that we pay or we apologize to our ancestors of agreeable beings for the many times that we have insulted them, that they do not put in any effort at all into, because you you didn't fall from the sky. You remember that you did not fall from the sky. For you to exist, it takes numbers of ancestors of yours for you to come to life. You didn't fall from the sky. They didn't throw you from anywhere. You were born, you have a bloodline. And the best that you can do is to try your best to see how you connect with your ancestors of agreeable being and receive ancient wisdom, because they have made the mistake already. They know what is good from bad, and they have knowledges that you might not easily get hold of. They speak to us every day through nature, but sometimes we are adamant. I'm going to leave you here today. I'm going to see you in my next one. Do take care of yourself. Bye.